Hello everybody. I hope you're doing well today and enjoying yourself. Um, as always, please like, subscribe, comment. All of that is very gratefully appreciated, especially as this channel is starting to really um, take off. And I'll be doing a lot of other talks, as you can see in my previous videos, where I'm just like walking through woods or I'm in my car. Those are much more spontaneous. These are much more organized and really putting forth what comes through me when I'm stretching, when I'm walking, whatever. I'll hear the first sentence, maybe two sentences, and then from there it just comes out, and then I just follow whatever is being flowed through me and being the open vessel that I am. So, with that being said, we'll start with the message. Things you search for is right in front of you. You may not be able to see it because you have not opened yourself to the image of what is being portrayed. Each new doorway opens up new innerstandings. These innerstandings give us the new points of view. With each new doorway, what you have been searching for will be brought into sight. You may see the object, but it will take the actions to obtain what you have been looking for. These steps going into the doorway are dependent on yourself. If you're wanting to obtain the object, move towards the visions. Without the movements, nothing will ever materialize. Yep. So, I thought she had a tick on her chest. It's not. Okay. Yeah. So, things you search for is right in front of you. You might not be able to see it because you have not opened yourself to the image of what is being portrayed. Everything we want in this life, whatever the wanting is, because each of us have different wants in this life, they already exist. They're already here. They're already present with us. Our mental framing, how we see things, etc., is what's preventing that wanting to actually be created in our lives. It's many things. I mean, there's things that I've wanted in life, and I had to make, as we'll get into this, I had to make the correct actions that was being presented and to move towards them. And if I was not willing to move towards them, well, those wantings would never have curated. And as of late, I've been working a lot. There's another channel called Trans Surfing on YouTube, and then there's a lot of playlists along with it. It's called Slides is one of the playlists, and it really helps you in a different viewpoint of being able to obtain what manifestation is and how to create, co-create, etc. But it's a really good guide to help you do something like that. And one of the things I've been told is I need to become the healer. So I'm also a massage therapist for 8 years. And there's different elements to my massages, and I'm really starting to tap into those different aspects of what my healing abilities are and what I can provide to others. So this is something I've been told. It's like I need to become the healer, and other things that I have envisioned will actually start to create from there, but I have to step into the healer archetype. You might not be able to see it because you have not opened yourself to the image of what is being portrayed. Each new doorway opens new understandings. This is the actions, right? Like you have to take the actions. The door will present itself. The doorway will be opened. But if you're not willing to step into the doorway, if you're not willing to do what is required of you to obtain what you're trying to get, well, don't expect what's going to be there to ever fully be there, because it's a two-way street. Things will be brought to you, but are you willing to work yourself towards what's being brought? These are the doorways. And there's a lot of different doorways and a lot of different understandings because of how expansive we truly are on this spiritual level. And each of us have different attributes of understandings and things that we have been brought to and to understand. And when we can really tap into all of it, and to really believe in what we are being shown, and these showings are the doorways that we're trying to get closer to. So if we really believe in it, we have everything. We have everything already there for us. It's just we're not willing to really step into that power, step into who we are. These new doorways, these new innerstandings give us a new point of view. With each new doorway, what you have been searching for will be brought into sight. Every new doorway, every new understanding gives us a different vantage point or a different perspective on how we see life and how we see ourselves and how we do things throughout life. And the more that we can open ourselves to all of this, the greater our abilities will be to actually understand and understand what is coming at us and what we're trying to get towards. You may see the object, but will you take the actions to obtain what you have been looking for? We all have the visions, right? Each and every one of us have some sort of vision in one capacity or another, right? But to have that vision to materialize is where the actions come. You have to be willing to take the actions, whatever the actions are, because each and every one of us have different actions that we need to take in order to obtain this vision, to obtain what we're trying to get to. And if you're not willing to take the actions, I'm sorry, you're not going to have this thing materialize in your life. It's a part of the game. It's a part of being a co-creator. You have to be willing to take the actions and do the actions that the universe, that spirit, that God is looking for you to do. Your higher self is looking for you to do. And all of that is required for the materialization of the material that you have envisioned inside of this life. It takes effort. It takes actions to get there. Yeah. The steps going into the doorway are dependent on yourself. Nobody can push you through this door. People can try holding your hand and guiding you, but it's on you. It's always on you. And this is the point of being independent. If we cannot be independent of what we're trying to get to, and we're reliant on others to help us and guide us, is it truly authentic? Is it truly your decision? Is it truly you doing what is required of you to get what you're trying to envision? Or are you being codependent on others for them to get you where you're trying to go? Because if you're being codependent on others, well, eventually what's going to happen when those people aren't there? You're going to feel so inadequate. You're going to feel so lessened within the self because you don't have the ability to be who you're meant to be, because you are so reliant on others to become who you're meant to be. My cat and dog are playing right now, so if you guys hear noises. If you're wanting to obtain the object, move towards the visions. Without the movements, nothing will materialize. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's you have to be willing to do what is required of you to get your visions to materialize. And there's going to be times that you have to do things and and let go of things that you may not have wanted to do. But guess what? That's what's required of you in order to receive the materialization into the physical form. And there's times that I've had throughout life, and it still is taking place, that I have to relinquish things. I have to let go of ideas. I have to let go of literal physical things in this life. Stop, baby. Stop. I have to let go of things in physical life in order for that vision and what I'm looking to obtain to materialize. It's hard. It's really hard work, but anything that you're trying to receive requires you to make movements, to make what is needed in order for yourself to materialize what you want. It's difficult. If anybody says it's easy to fucking manifest, tell them to go fuck themselves, honestly, because that's some new age fucking bullshit that's trying to succumb people into thinking that, oh, just do this, do that, now fucking just. No, it takes fucking work to materialize what you want in this life. If somebody tells you it's fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy, they're barking up a wrong fucking tree, and that tree is rotten on the fucking inside. That tree is fucking rotten, and it's going to fall over at some point in time. And when it falls over, you're going to realize that everything on the inside was fucking inauthentic. It was bullshit, and it was not actually true alignment to the greater good of what's out there. So if somebody starts speaking that stuff, you got to be able to realize this motherfucker is not real. They're trying to fucking sell me on something that's a load of shit. Yeah, it's anything we want takes work, and it's not easy work. It becomes easy once you realize what you're doing and what you're doing it for. But when you start initiating that process in the beginning of making the movements and the actions to materialize your visions, it's difficult because you realize, like, wow, I'm really on a fucking journey right now of doing some shit, and it's not fun. It becomes fun because you get to see what's happening around you from what you're deciding in these movements and actions. But prior to it, go fuck yourself. Like, you don't want to do it because our normal society and the way our world works makes us be complacent, makes us not want to do these things. Because if you do these things, you're becoming a co-creator with God. You're being a co-creator with the spirit, with the universe. And that's not what our mainstream societal norms want us to be. They don't want us to be co-creators, because if we're co-creators, we're creating something that is not something that the mainstream wants. That means we're not easily programmed. We're not sitting in complacency. We're not sitting in this inundated way of telling us what to do and how to do things. So you have to be able to break free, be the co-creator, and do things that you don't want to do. And with the doing things that you don't want to do, things will open up and blossom into fields of fucking beautifulness. Yeah. So, with that being said, that's the end of the message. Do the hard things. Do the hard decisions. That is not in the normal grain of what our normal society wants us to be doing. Yeah. Thank you. I love you. Enjoy yourselves. And have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful night. Thank you all.